for me. I wish there was a door over there. As men of God have certainly preached out the city of their souls. John chapter 11. John chapter 11.
Yes.
Verses 3 and 4. John 11, 3 and 4. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified. We'll talk about what to do when life hurts. It is John the Baptist, beloved disciple of Jesus, the fourth gospel writer. Has a different style.
Yes, sir.
Writing the account of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
All right, sir. Take your lesson, sir. Take it, sir.
Matthew and Luke trace the genealogy of Jesus.
Yes, he did. Yes, sir.
Tell us of the 42 generations he
Yes.
came through. Tell us about his birth and
Yes.
childhood. Mark brings Jesus at 30 years of age. Takes 16 chapters to speak about his 3.5-year ministry on earth.
Yes, sir.
John goes beyond the ministry, goes beyond the childhood, goes beyond the birth, and takes Christ before the beginning. John suggests that before the beginning began, Christ was in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
He said in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Later on he says, and the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. It is this John the Baptist, a beloved disciple and cousin of Jesus Christ, who baptized Jesus at the Jordan River, who looked and sounded like Jesus Christ so much that people thought John was Jesus. And straightened him by saying, I am not the one. There is one coming, mightier than I, whose shoes I'm not able to bear. The same John writes some stories in his account that you don't find in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. When you consider tonight's text, you'll discover that you can only find this story in the Gospel of John. John said, I was there. I remember a time in a place called Mount Olive. A place called Bethany, 2 miles on the eastern slope of Mount Olive. A small, inconsequential town. There lived 3 close friends of Jesus. Mary, Martha, and their brother Lazarus. That name Lazarus in Greek means the friend of God. It is at this time that they lived in Bethany that Christ would go to their home at any given time. You didn't have to ask, was it all right to come back? You didn't have to call to even say he was on the way. He could pop up whenever. John says, when I consider the home of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, it helped me to understand that that's the kind of home I want to have. I want a home where Jesus can come whenever he gets ready. John says, ask the people that saw this tonight, what kind of home do you have? If Jesus popped up at your home tonight, what would he find in your home? Some of us will be afraid for him to open our refrigerators because we got some stuff in there that's not iced tea nor lemonade. Some of us will be afraid for him to open up our drawers because we got some gadgets in there that's not necessarily in remote control. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be careful. Be careful. Be careful because there's some things that take place in our homes that we will be ashamed and embarrassed for the Lord to know. Forgetting that he sits high and looks around the shine. We got a church in this house. The text of John says he went wherever he got ready. The Bible declares that they sent word unto the master one day and said, Lord, he whom thou lovest is sick. And the disciples knew exactly who the letter was talking about because they knew how Jesus felt about Lazarus. The Bible says that they began to pack their bags and make their way to get ready to go to Bethany, and Jesus says, no, we're not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, we're going to stay right here because that there are some things in life we got to go through that God can get some glory. Jesus says you got to understand that God, sometimes God takes us through some things, not necessarily for us, but for him. To give us a greater testimony about him. Because if you never go through anything, you can't tell what the Lord has done. Have I got witness in here? Jesus said, no, I need everybody to understand just how powerful my God is. He just does not have power at a sick bed. He also has power at a graveyard. And so if I go right now, we'll say he just got up from the sick bed, but I need him to die. Because I need everybody to understand that God is able to conquer death, hell, and the grave. Is there a witness in here? So thank God he's got all power. Our God is not rather limited, but he's unlimited. He is not restricted, but he's sovereign, which means he can do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, with who he wants, where he wants. Oh, my brothers and my sisters, the night is ready. These sisters Mary and Martha, because they feel like whenever they call for Jesus, he should come right away. When life hurts, we call for God, and he doesn't show up. Three quick things. First of all, let's tell you when life hurts, the first thing you got to do is you got to trust him, even in his response time. Jesus does not go right away. He stays where he is 4 more days and then gets up to go to Bethany. He gets to Bethany, my brothers and my sisters, and Lazarus is not sick anymore. He's dead. If he'd gone the time they called him, he could have gotten there while he was sick. But he waited 4 days and then he gets ready to go to Bethany. My brothers and my sisters, sometimes you got to trust God even when it looks like God is a little late. You got to trust God even when he's not moving on your timetable. Because the God we serve is not restricted or relegated by time, because he's the owner and orchestrator of time. Time is in his hands. And so whenever God moves, he moves on time, because he's the owner of time. Whenever God shows up, it's on time, because he's the owner of time. It might be a little late on response time. But then secondly, you got to talk to him.
Talk to him, God.
In spite of the reality that's showing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Watch this now. He finally makes his way.
Yeah.
The sisters get word.
Yes, sir.
He's on the way. One stays, the other strays.
Yes, sir.
One is so upset. She's so indignant. She's so mad.
Yes, sir.
Because he should have been here.
Should have been here.
But to be done cook for him.
All right. Should have been here.
Should have been here.
Yes, sir.
Every time he been out, put his feet up on our table.
Should have been here.
Should have been here.
Yes, sir.
We always there for him. Now he don't want to come to us. And now he want to come after my brother dead. Should have been here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all right.
Sometimes God want to see who's going to pout and who's going to come out. One stays, the other strays. She meets him part of the way.
Yes,
She gets there, she starts talking to him.
yes, all right. Yes.
She said, Lord,
Lord.
how have you been here?
Yeah.
My brother, would not die.
Yes, sir.
Jesus said, hey, baby, you don't see your brother
All
again.
right.
She looks at Jesus and said, yeah, I know I see him.
I know.
In the resurrection.
Yes, sir.
Where all the saints of God go gather home.
Yes, sir.
Jesus says, Lord, I know you're in bereavement. I know you're still a little discombobulated and bereaved and in bewilderment because you're talking about what you're looking at. You're talking about the resurrection and you're looking at the resurrection. He that believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall live. He that lives and believes in me shall never die. I can't even tell somebody, sometimes you gotta talk to him. Even when you disoriented, you gotta talk to him. When you talk to him, he'll get you back in line. Grandmama said, just a little talk with Jesus will make everything happen. Is there anybody in the Lord who can talk to him? He'll make it time for you. You gotta learn how to talk to the Lord.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He talks to him.
I see you, Greg.
He says to her, show me
Show me.
where you're at.
Yes, sir.
So you gotta trust him.
Yes, sir.
In spite of the response time. You gotta talk to him. In spite of the reality that's showing.
Yes.
But the last thing, Dr. Brown, you got to do when life hurts is you gotta travel with him.
Travel. Show me, Doc.
You gotta travel with him.
Yes, sir.
He said, show me
Show me.
where you lay.
Yes, sir.
They took him to the cemetery.
Yes.
They took him to the cemetery. The funeral is over. The hearse is back in the funeral home. Limousines are back in the funeral home. The tent's been taken down. 10 chairs back in it. I wish I had it. But they take him and travel with him to the place where they laid him.
Yes, sir.
That's all God is saying to somebody.
I see you, boy.
Take me
Take it.
where it hurts.
Yes, sir.
Take me to what got you on nerve tablets and tranquilizers. Take me to the place that got you where you can't eat at night, can't sleep. Take me to the place where you have to walk and pace the floor all night long. Every car ride down your street, you looking out the window. Take me to the place that has you with insomnia. Take me to the place that got your days and nights mixed up. Sleeping during the day and up all night long. Take me there. Took him to the cemetery. To the plot. Show him where they lay.
What did they do?
All right. He gets there.
I hear you, boy.
He looks at him.
Yes, sir.
He says,
Greg.
take ye away the stone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Lord